Generation Z, the cohort born between the mid-1990s and early 2010s, is coming of age at a time of unprecedented change. This generation has grown up with technology, globalization, and increased social awareness shaping their worldview. As they enter adulthood, their behaviors, preferences, and values are having a profound impact on global culture. Here are 10 ways Gen Z is reshaping the world around them. 1. Digital natives and social media dominance. Gen Z is the first generation to have grown up entirely immersed in digital technology and social media from an early age. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube are the primary means of communication, entertainment, and self-expression. This generation has used social media to create trends, challenges, viral content, and unique modes of cultural expression. By doing so, they've popularized diverse voices, including those of minorities, marginalized communities, and international cultures, broadening the global cultural landscape. 2. Emphasis on authenticity and transparency. Unlike previous generations, Gen Z values authenticity and transparency. They are highly critical of corporate practices and brands that fail to align with their values, e.g., inclusivity, diversity, environmental responsibility, face severe backlash. This generation's demand for transparency has encouraged companies to adopt more ethical business practices, including corporate social responsibility, sustainability, and genuine diversity in advertising campaigns. Brands like Patagonia, Coca-Cola, and even fast food chains like McDonald's have adapted their strategies to align with Gen Z's expectations. 3. Environmental awareness and activism. Environmental issues are a top priority for Gen Z. They have grown up in a world where climate change is a pressing concern, and they've seen widespread impacts, from rising sea levels to devastating wildfires. As a result, Gen Z is more environmentally conscious than any previous generation. They actively seek out sustainable products, support eco-friendly brands, reduce waste, and push for policy changes that address climate change. Activist movements like Fridays for Future, led by young Gen Z climate activists like Greta Thunberg, have galvanized global action on climate change. 4. Mental health advocacy. Gen Z is reshaping cultural attitudes toward mental health and wellness. They are less hesitant to speak about their struggles with anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. Many young people are seeking mental health support through apps like Calm and Headspace and are more open to talking about their mental health experiences. Gen Z has helped reduce stigma and promote conversations around mental well-being, leading to greater acceptance and inclusivity within schools, workplaces, and communities. 5. Diverse representation in media and pop culture. Gen Z is driving the push for more diverse representation in media and pop culture. This generation grew up with increased globalization and access to international media, leading them to be more culturally accepting and open-minded. They actively seek and support diverse voices, whether it's through film, TV, music, literature, or fashion. As a result, creators of content are incorporating a wider range of stories, characters, and perspectives into mainstream media, reflecting different cultures, gender identities, ethnicities, and sexual orientations. 6. Rise of influencer culture and micro-influencers. While older generations relied heavily on traditional celebrities, Gen Z has shifted their focus to micro-influencers, individuals with smaller, more niche audiences who are perceived as more relatable, authentic, and accessible. These micro-influencers are playing a crucial role in shaping cultural trends, spreading authentic messages, and promoting brands in a more organic way. Gen Z's reliance on influencers has also democratized the power of branding and marketing, allowing smaller brands and social causes to gain significant traction. 7. Focus on inclusivity and intersectionality. Gen Z is pushing for greater inclusivity and intersectionality in society. They are more aware than previous generations of the intersections between race, gender, sexual orientation, and other social categories. This awareness is reflected in Gen Z's demand for inclusive curricula in schools, accessible public spaces, and fair treatment of minority communities in society. It's also impacting social media movements like Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ+ advocacy, and disability rights, among others. 8. New approaches to education and learning. Gen Z has grown up in an era where information is readily accessible online. They prefer experiential, hands-on learning that goes beyond the traditional classroom setting. This generation values practical skills and real-world experiences, often opting for internships, apprenticeships, and online courses, e.g., Coursera, Skillshare, over traditional four-year degrees. This shift is challenging traditional education systems and pushing academic institutions to innovate and adapt. 9. Global interconnectedness and cultural exchange. Gen Z has been immersed in a globalized world, and they tend to have a strong sense of global interconnectedness. They are more open to learning about different cultures, languages, and traditions. This has led to increased cultural exchange and a more cosmopolitan mindset. Gen Z is more likely to support international travel, global cuisine, and global cultural traditions, contributing to greater cultural diversity and global unity. 10. Reshaping work culture and expectations. Gen Z's relationship with work is markedly different from previous generations. They value work-life balance, purpose-driven work, and a more flexible work environment. They are not afraid to switch careers or industries, and they actively seek roles where they can make an impact, whether it's in tech, non-profits, or social enterprises. Gen Z's demands for purpose-driven work have pushed companies to reconsider their corporate culture, work policies, and overall company mission, resulting in more inclusive, diverse, and flexible workplace environments. Gen Z's impact on global culture is profound and multifaceted. From redefining corporate ethics to reshaping media narratives, cultural trends, mental health conversations, and work environments, this generation is driving change across all aspects of society. Their openness, connectivity, environmental consciousness, and commitment to authenticity are challenging norms and creating a more inclusive, diverse, and globalized world.